Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went in? You stand there, looking around, and your mind is totally empty. It feels frustrating. It feels like your brain is letting you down. Or think about this. You meet someone new. They smile, they tell you their name, you shake hands and say hello, but just 3 seconds later, their name is gone. You cannot remember it. It is embarrassing. What about when you study? You sit down with a book. You read a page. You spend hours trying to learn. But the next day, you remember nothing. You feel like you are not smart enough. You feel like your mind is just too weak. But I want to tell you a secret today. You do not have a weak brain. Your mind is not broken. You just have an untrained memory. You have never been shown how your brain actually works. In this video, we are going to change everything. I will show you a simple, clean, and powerful system. This system will help you remember anything you want forever. This is not a video with 5 cheap tricks. This is a real journey to help you control your mind. And here is the best part. This video is also a wonderful tool for your English. As you listen to my words, you will hear simple, natural, and strong English. You will learn new vocabulary without trying. You will train your ears to understand better. So, if you want to pass your tests, if you want to remember every book you read, if you want to speak English with true confidence, stay with me. Let us build a mind you can trust again. Lesson 1. The real reason you forget. Let us start with a simple truth. You do not have a bad memory. You do not have a weak brain. You just have an untrained memory. Many people believe that memory is a gift. They think some people are born smart and others are born forgetful. But this is wrong. Memory is not a talent. It is a skill. It is like a muscle. If you do not train it, it stays weak. If you train it, it becomes strong. To fix your memory, you must first understand how it works. Imagine your brain is a giant library. Every time you learn something, you're putting a new book on a shelf. This library has millions of books. But what happens if you just throw the book on the floor? What if you do not put a label on it? What if you never look at it again? The book gets lost in the mess. You cannot find it when you need it. This is exactly what happens when you forget. Your brain has 2 different areas for memory. We call them short-term memory and long-term memory. Think of short-term memory as a whiteboard. You write something on it with a marker. It is easy to read, but it is very easy to wipe away. One quick swipe, and the words are gone forever. Now, think of long-term memory as a permanent notebook. Once you write something in this notebook, it stays there. The pages do not fade. The ink is permanent. It is safe forever. The problem is, most of us keep everything on the whiteboard. We never move the information to the permanent notebook. Let me give you an example. Imagine you are at a busy party. You meet a man named Jason. You smile. You shake his hand. You talk for a few minutes. Then, you walk away. 5 minutes later, someone asks you, What was that man's name? Your mind goes completely blank. You look around, but you cannot remember. Why does this happen? It is because your brain heard the name, but it never processed it. The name Jason was written on the whiteboard. Your brain did not save it. It did not connect it to anything. So, the wind blew, and the whiteboard was wiped clean. But what if you did things differently? What if you met Jason and immediately thought of the famous actor Jason Statham? You look at him and think, he has the same name. You smile. You say, "It is nice to meet you, Jason." Later in the conversation, you say his name again. "So, Jason, what do you do for work?" Now, you're not just hearing the name. You are focusing. You are connecting. You are repeating. You are taking the marker and writing the name into your permanent notebook. This is how memory works. It is not about how smart you are. It is about the system you use. If your system is broken, you will always forget. But today, we are building a new system together. Lesson 2. Pay full attention. Here is a hard truth you need to hear today. You do not have a memory problem. You have an attention problem. You cannot remember what you never actually saw. You cannot remember what you never actually heard. If your brain does not focus on something in the first place, it cannot save it. Think about your normal day. The world is so loud. Your phone is always ringing. People are talking. Cars are moving. Notifications are popping up on your screen. Your mind is jumping from one thing to another. Every single second, your brain gets thousands of pieces of information. It sees colors. It hears noises. It reads words. If your brain tried to save everything, you would go crazy. So, your brain has to make a choice. It must choose what to keep and what to throw away. How does it make this choice? It looks at your attention. If you focus on something, your brain thinks, "Oh, this is important. Let us save it." But if you do not focus, the information disappears. It goes away like it never existed. Your attention is the key. Let me show you how this works in real life. Imagine you get out of a taxi. You are very tired. You're looking at your phone, thinking about what to eat for dinner. You pay the driver, step out, and close the door. The taxi drives away. 5 minutes later, you freeze. You look at your hands. Oh no, your bag is gone. Your passport. Your laptop. Your keys. Everything was in that bag. It is still in the back of the taxi. You panic. You try to remember the car. What color was it? What was the license plate number? You close your eyes and push your brain. But your mind gives you nothing. It is completely empty. Why is your memory broken? No, your brain was simply not paying attention. You saw the car, but you did not truly look. You heard the driver, but you did not truly listen. Your brain never saved the information because you never told it to. Now, Imagine a different story. Before you get out of that taxi, you pause. Just for 1 second. You look at the car. You notice the driver's face. You look at the license plate. You say to yourself, okay, this is a white car, and the number is 8473. That 1 second of real attention changes everything. It saves your bag. It saves your day. It saves your life. We do this every day. We sit in a classroom, or we watch a video on YouTube. Someone says something very important, but our mind is somewhere else. We are thinking about a song. We are texting a friend. Then we say, I cannot remember what I learned. No, you did not learn with attention. You were there physically, but you were gone mentally. If your mind is not here, your memory cannot be here either. And it is not your fault. The world is designed to steal your attention, but you must take it back. So here is your new rule, the 5-second pause. From now on, when you want to remember something, stop, pause, look, listen, say it out loud. Give it your full attention for just 5 seconds. Those 5 seconds are the door to your memory. If you do not open the door, nothing can get inside. Lesson 3. See pictures, not words. Now that you know how to pay attention, let us look at the next secret. Your brain does not remember words. It remembers pictures. Let us think about this for a second. If I say the word elephant, what do you see in your mind? Do you see the letters E, L, E, P, H, A, N, T? No, of course not. You see a big, gray animal. You see a long nose and big ears. You see it walking slowly in your mind. This is because your brain stores everything as pictures, not as text. Words are boring. Words are dry. Your brain does not know what to do with them. But pictures are alive. They have colors, they have shapes, they have movement. So, if you want to remember anything, you must change it into a picture. Let us try this with a name. Imagine you meet a girl named Lily. If you just repeat the name, Lily, 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 you will forget it very soon. But what if you use your imagination? What if you look at her and imagine her hair is made of beautiful white lilies? Or what if you picture her holding a giant bouquet of lilies and laughing? Now, the name Lily is not just a word. It is a picture. Your brain looks at this picture and thinks, wow, that is interesting. Let us save that. The crazier the picture, the better you will remember it. Let us try another word. Volcano. Do not just think of a boring mountain with fire. Imagine a giant birthday cake. It is a chocolate cake. Suddenly, it explodes. Red, hot chocolate lava runs down the sides. You can hear the sound. Boom. You can smell the sweet, burnt chocolate. It sounds funny. It sounds silly. But that is exactly why it works. Your brain loves things that are funny. It loves things that are strange. Let us try to remember a short list of things. Milk, eggs, book, shoes, cat. Do not just say the words over and over like a robot. Create a movie in your mind. Imagine a giant carton of milk. It is sitting on a pair of big red shoes. The milk carton is holding a book and reading it out loud. Beside the shoes, a small cat wearing big glasses is watching. And suddenly, eggs start falling from the sky like soft snowflakes. Now you are smiling. You can see this crazy scene clearly. You will not forget this list because you made a picture story. Memory champions do this every day. They do not have super brains. They just turn dry facts into colorful pictures. So, from now on, do not just read words. See them. Feel them. Make them move in your head. Turn names into faces. Turn ideas into pictures. When you do this, your mind becomes a beautiful photo album, and you will never lose your memories again. Lesson 4. Build a crazy story. Let us look at another truth about your mind. Your brain hates boring lists. It hates dry facts. But your brain loves drama. It loves characters. It loves feelings. Most of all, it loves stories. If you want to remember anything in your life, you must wrap it in a story. This is a secret tool. It is used by memory champions. It is used by actors. It is used by the smartest people in the world. And it is very simple to do. Let us see why normal lists do not work. Imagine someone gives you this list. They tell you to remember these 10 words: apple, horse, jacket, candle, ice cream, cloud, socks, chair, tree, monkey. If you try to memorize this like a robot, you will struggle. You might repeat apple, horse, jacket, apple, horse, jacket. You work very hard, but after 5 minutes, the words are gone. Why? Because the words are lonely. They are not connected. There is no link between them. Now, let us change the method. Let us build a crazy story. Imagine a giant red apple. It falls from the sky and hits a big brown horse on the head. The horse screams. It runs into a clothing shop and steals a bright yellow jacket. It is dark, so the horse lights a small candle to see. But the candle is too hot. It accidentally melts a sweet vanilla ice cream cone. The ice cream suddenly explodes. It turns into a white cloud in the sky. And this cloud starts to rain wet, colorful socks. One sock falls down and lands on a wooden chair. Suddenly, the chair grows and grows until it becomes a giant green tree. And from the top of that tree, a funny, laughing monkey swings down and gives you a thumbs up. Now, pause for a second. Close your eyes. Can you see the giant apple? Can you see the horse? Can you see the yellow jacket? Yes, you can. you can remember every single word on that list. You can remember them in the exact order. Why does this happen? Because it is no longer a boring list. It is a movie inside your head. Every time you connect things, your brain gets excited. Every time you add movement, your brain pays attention. Every time you make it funny, your brain saves the memory. This is why children remember fairy tales, but forget their homework. This is why you remember movie lines from years ago, but forget what you ate yesterday. You can use this for everything. You can use it for your shopping list. You can use it for new English words. You can use it when you want to give a speech. The story does not need to be logical. In fact, the crazier the story, the better. Your brain does not care about logic. Your brain cares about surprise. So, let yourself be creative. Let yourself be weird. Use the story method and watch your memory fly. Lesson 5. Repeat to remember. Think about a big mistake, a mistake almost everyone makes. You study for 5 hours. You read a book. You feel smart. You say, I know this now. But 3 days later, it is gone. You remember nothing. It feels like you wasted your time. It feels like your brain is leaking. This is because one-time learning is fake learning. If you only look at something once, your brain will throw it away. Your brain needs time, space, and repetition to keep things forever. We call this spaced repetition. Let us make this very simple. Think of your memory like riding in the wet sand. You go to the beach. You write a word in the sand. It looks clear. It looks beautiful. But then the waves come. The wind blows. The water washes over the sand. The writing fades. Soon, it is completely gone. This is what happens when you learn something once. Your brain has a forgetting curve. It is a natural law. If you do not review, you will forget. But how do we beat this? We do not write in the sand once. We write. And then we write again. Every time we write, we dig deeper. We turn the sand into stone. We carve the words into rock. To do this, you need a schedule. You learned something today. You review it after 1 hour. You review it again tomorrow. You review it after 4 days. You review it after 1 week. Every time you review, you tell your brain, this is important. Do not throw this away. And your brain listens. It moves the memory deeper. Let us look at a beautiful English word. Serendipity. This word means finding something wonderful by accident. You learned this word today. You love it. But if you never see it again, it dies. Now, let us use our new system. Today, you learned serendipity. 1 hour later, you write a simple sentence with it. Tomorrow, you say the word out loud. Next week, you hear it in a video and smile. Now, that word is yours forever. You did not just meet the word once. You built a relationship with it. You must water the plant. You cannot water a plant once and expect it to live. You must water it gently, again and again. Then it grows deep roots. Then it stands strong forever. Stop trying to learn everything in one day. Give your brain time. Use spaced repetition and watch your memory become permanent. Lesson 6. Feel the emotion. Let us talk about a force that changes everything. This force is emotion. Your brain is not a cold computer. It does not just save files. It saves feelings. Think about your own life. Do you remember what you ate for lunch 10 days ago? Probably not. It was boring. It did not make you feel anything. But you remember the day you fell in love. You remember the day someone broke your heart. You remember when you felt so embarrassed in school. Why? Because your brain does not just store facts. It stores feelings. Every time you feel a strong emotion, your brain lights up. It uses a special chemical marker. This marker says, "This is important. Keep this forever." So, if you want to remember something deeply, you must connect it to a feeling. Let us look at history. Imagine you need to remember a date. April 15th, 1912. This was the day the Titanic sank. If you just look at the numbers, they are dry. They are dead. You will forget them tomorrow. But what if you think about the people? Imagine the cold, dark ocean. Think of the musicians playing music as the ship goes down. Picture the mothers holding their babies close. Feel the sadness of lovers saying goodbye. Suddenly, it is not just a date. It is a human story. It is a tragedy. Your heart hurts. And because you feel it, you will never forget April 15th, 1912. You can use this for learning English too. Take the word abandon. It means to leave something behind. Do not just read the definition. Think of a time you had to leave a home, or a pet, or a dream. Remember that sad feeling. Now, the word abandon lives inside you. Even with boring subjects, you can fake an emotion. Think of a math formula. The area of a triangle. It is half of the base times the height. Boring, right? But imagine a giant slice of pizza. You are starving. You want the whole thing. But someone cuts it in half and takes it away. You feel sad. You feel hungry. That silly feeling of missing half your pizza will make you remember the formula. Your brain does not care about logic. It cares about how you feel. So, make your lessons alive. Give them a heart. Because what is alive never dies. Lesson 7. Become the teacher. There is a secret way to double your memory, and it is completely free. If you want to keep a new idea in your head forever, you must share it. You must give it away. You must teach it to someone else. This sounds simple, but it is one of the most powerful mental tools in the world. When you learn something, you are a receiver. You just listen. You just watch. But when you teach, you become the creator. You step out of the crowd, and you become the guide. This changes how your brain handles information. Every time you teach, your mind has to do 3 difficult things. First, you have to recall the information clearly. You have to find it in your library. Second, you have to organize it. You must make it neat and clean. Third, you have to say it in your own words. This forces your brain to build a strong, solid path to that memory. Let us look at an example. Imagine you learn a new English word today. Procrastinate. This word means to delay doing things. It means putting off your work until later. You read the word, you understand it, but if you do not use it, your brain thinks it is trash. It deletes the word by tomorrow. But what if you do something different? What if you go to a friend and say, "Hey, do you know the word procrastinate?" It means when we delay our chores, like washing the dishes or doing homework. I always procrastinate when I have to clean my room. Think about what just happened. You did not just read the word. You used it. You shared it. You explained it. Now, your brain says, "Oh, this word is important." We used it to talk to someone. Let us save it forever. You do not need to be a professional teacher. You do not need a real classroom with a big whiteboard. You can teach anyone. Explain the lesson to your friend. Talk to your dog. Speak out loud to your mirror. You can even record a short voice note on your phone. Pretend you are explaining the idea to a student. Every time you speak, you build a stronger brain. Every time you share, you lock the knowledge inside your mind. When you teach, you learn twice. You make the lesson permanent. So, do not keep your knowledge to yourself. Share it immediately and watch your memory grow. Lesson 8. Build your mind palace. Imagine a place you know very well. It could be your childhood home. It could be the apartment you live in right now. Think about the front door. Think about the color of the walls. Think about the smell of the kitchen. You can see it clearly, can you not? Even if you have not been there for years, you still remember it. You know where the sofa sits. You know where the table stands. You know where the windows are. This is because your brain loves space. Your brain is incredibly good at remembering places. And we can use this secret to build a mind palace. A mind palace is a mental building. It is a place where you store your memories. Ancient philosophers used this technique. Memory champions use it today to remember thousands of numbers, and you can use it too. Let us build one together right now. Close your eyes and stand outside your house. Open the front door and walk inside. We are going to place the planets of our solar system in your house. We will place them in order: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. First, look at your living room. Right in the middle of the room, there is a giant hot pan on fire. This pan is filled with silver liquid. This liquid is mercury. It is hot and bubbling. You see the flames. You feel the heat. This is Mercury, the closest planet to the Sun. Now, walk into your kitchen. Suddenly, a sweet smell hits your nose. A beautiful perfume bottle is sitting on the counter. It is spraying a thick pink fog everywhere. This is Venus, the planet of beauty. You breathe in the sweet pink fog. Next, go into your bathroom. You look into the bathtub. What is inside? A giant blue and green globe is spinning in the water. Water is splashing on the floor. This is our home. Earth. You see the blue oceans turning. Walk into your bedroom now. You look at your bed, but you cannot lie down. Your bed is covered in thick, red dust. It looks like a red desert. This is Mars, the red planet. You touch the red dust with your fingers. Step out onto your balcony. There is a giant, colorful balloon bouncing up and down. It is so big, it almost touches the sky. This is Jupiter, the biggest planet. You watch it bounce. Now, walk up the stairs. But be careful. There is a huge, shining ring wrapped around the stair pole. It is spinning slowly. This is Saturn, the planet with the rings. You have to step over the ring to go up. Go out onto the terrace. It is freezing cold up here. A giant ice cube is sitting on a chair. The ice is shivering and shaking. This is Uranus, the coldest planet. You feel the cold air on your face. Finally, walk to the main gate of your house. Suddenly, a giant wave of blue water splashes at your feet. It smells like the ocean. This is Neptune, the god of the sea. Now, think about your house. You walk from the living room to the kitchen. You go from the bathroom to the bedroom. You step onto the balcony. You climb the stairs. You visit the terrace. You walk to the gate. You see the fire, the pink fog, the spinning globe, the red dust, the giant balloon, the shining ring, the shivering ice, and the blue ocean. You will never forget the order of the planets again. You did not memorize a list. You took a walk through your own home. You turned space into memory. This is the power of the Mind Palace. Use it for your studies. Use it for your English vocabulary. Make your mind a temple of knowledge. Lesson 9. The Power of Sleep. Let us look at a secret weapon that most schools never talk about. It is something you do every single day, but you might be doing it wrong. It is sleep. Many people think that when you sleep, your brain is completely turned off. They think your mind is just resting, like a dark screen. But this is not true. At night, your brain is incredibly busy. It is working hard. Think of your brain at night as a quiet librarian. The library is closed. The lights are low. The librarian walks around, looking at all the books you opened during the day. The librarian has to make some very important decisions. Should we keep this book? Should we throw this one away? Is this information useful, or is it just trash? Every night, your brain decides what to save and what to delete forever. And you can actually tell the librarian what to do. How do you do this? With your habits. Right before you close your eyes, imagine 2 different nights. On the first night, you study 10 new English words in the afternoon. You feel good about them. But then, night comes. You lie in bed, you open your phone, you start scrolling, you watch funny videos, you look at 10 different memes, you read gossip about people you do not even know. Then, you fall asleep. What does the night librarian do? The librarian looks at your day. The librarian sees the funny videos you watched just 5 minutes before sleep. The librarian says, "Oh, he looked at this last. It must be very important. Let us save these funny memes and those 10 beautiful English words you learned. They get thrown into the trash bin. They are gone by morning." Now, imagine the second night. Before you go to sleep, you turn off your phone. You put it away. You spend just 5 minutes in silence. You open your notebook. You look at those 10 English words. You read them slowly. You say them out loud, whispering in the dark. You feel proud of your hard work. Then, you close your eyes and go to sleep. Now, the night librarian walks in. The librarian sees the English words you reviewed right before bed. The librarian says, "Yes, this is what he cared about most. This is important. Let us move this into the permanent notebook." When you wake up, those words are still there. They are stronger. They are deeper. This is a simple, natural power. You do not need extra time. You just need to change your last 10 minutes. Stop scrolling. Start remembering. Give your brain the clean signal it needs. Review before you sleep, and let your mind do the rest. Lesson 10. Use your hands to write. There is a physical action that acts like a save button for your brain. It is very simple. You just need to pick up a pen and write on paper. In our modern world, we type almost everything. We type on our phones. We type on our laptops. Typing is fast. Typing is easy. But typing does not build strong memories. When you type, your fingers just tap the same plastic keys. Your brain goes on autopilot. But when you write by hand, something magical happens. You have to slow down. You feel the weight of the pen. You see the ink on the paper. You shape every single letter with your own hand. This physical movement sends a strong signal to your mind. It says, "Pay attention. This matters." Scientists say that writing by hand builds deep pathways in your brain. It is much better than typing, or just highlighting text with a yellow marker. Let us look at how you can use this to learn. Imagine you want to learn a new English word. The word is resilience. This word means the ability to bounce back after tough times. If you just read it on a screen, you might forget it in an hour. But now, you take out a notebook. You write the word resilience. You write the meaning, the power to stand up again after you fall. Then, you write a simple sentence. His resilience helped him start a new life after losing his job. Finally, you write a personal connection. I want to show resilience when my life gets hard. This process takes only 1 minute, but because you wrote it down by hand, the word is no longer just a definition. It is now a part of your life. It is locked inside your mind. So, do not just watch videos. Do not just listen. Get a real notebook. Get a pen you love. Write down the words that touch your heart. Write down the ideas that make you think. Your hand is the bridge between the world and your memory. Use it daily and build your own library of knowledge. Lesson 11. Test yourself in silence. We often make a very big mistake when we study. We open a book, we look at the page, we read the words, we say to ourselves, yes, I know this, I understand it. It is so simple. But there is a trap here. Understanding is not the same as remembering. When the book is open, the answers are right in front of your eyes. Your brain does not have to work. It just looks. But what happens when you close the book? What happens when you are in an exam or trying to speak English in real life? The page is gone. The answers are gone. And suddenly, your mind is empty again. The real test of memory is not, can you read it? The real test is, can you pull it out of your mind when you have nothing to help you? This is why we need a tool called active recall. It means testing yourself in silence. Think about going to the gym. Imagine you go to the gym and you watch a strong person lift heavy weights. You watch them for 3 hours. Do your muscles grow? No, of course not. You only get strong when you lift the weights yourself. Reading a book again and again is like watching someone else lift weights. It is easy. It is comfortable. But it does not make your brain strong. Active recall is you lifting the weight. Every time you close the book and try to remember, you are lifting a mental weight. Let us try this with a simple quote. Consistency is more important than intensity. You read this sentence. You like it. It makes sense. But now, cover the screen. Close your eyes. Try to say the quote out loud. What were the exact words? What does it mean? Can you explain it in your own words? At first, it feels hard. It feels uncomfortable. Your brain has to search. You might only remember half of the words. But do not worry. That struggle is the most important part. That struggle is the moment your brain is growing stronger. Every time you struggle to remember, you build a stronger pathway in your mind. You can use this every day. After you read a page, close the book and write down 3 things you remember. After you watch an educational video, pause it and say out loud what you learned. Do not just read. Retrieve. Do not just look. Recall. It is hard work. It takes effort. But this is how true champions are made. This is how you build a memory that never fails. Lesson 12. Clear the noise. Let us end this journey with a very important truth. A truth that almost nobody talks about. Your brain is not a trash bin. It is not meant to carry everything. It is meant to hold only what truly matters. Right now, your mind is probably too crowded. It is full of useless noise, full of digital junk, and full of information you do not need. You are not forgetting things because you are lazy. You are forgetting because your mind is too messy. If your head is filled with 10,000 notifications, it has no space for the things that can change your life. Let us look at how your day begins. You wake up in the morning. Before your feet even touch the floor, you grab your phone. You scroll through social media. You watch 5 quick videos before you brush your teeth. You check 3 different apps before breakfast. You listen to 100 opinions from strangers. By 9 in the morning, your brain is already tired. You have not even started your work, but your memory is already exhausted. This is the silent killer of memory. Too much input and not enough quiet time. Think of your mind like a glass of water. If you keep pouring water into it, what happens? It overflows. It spills all over the table. It cannot hold any more. This is exactly why you forget simple things. Imagine you make a mental shopping list in the morning. You need to buy milk, bread, apples, soap, and onions. You feel confident. You do not write it down because it is only 5 things. But then you open your phone. You read 20 text messages. You watch 2 videos. You look at 10 funny memes. You talk to a coworker about a new TV show. By the time you walk into the store, your mind is blank. You remember the milk and the apples, but you completely forget the onions and the soap. You feel angry at yourself. Why did I forget something so simple? It is not because you are stupid. It is because your brain was flooded with junk. The important list got buried under a mountain of useless noise. Your mind is a beautiful garden, not a city dump. If you let weeds grow everywhere, they will choke your beautiful flowers. So, you must protect your memory like a garden. Every day, you must ask yourself, what am I letting into my mind? Is this helping me grow, or is it just cluttering my head? If you want a better memory, you must build better boundaries. Start your day in silence. Give yourself 5 minutes of quiet before you touch your phone. Let your brain wake up clean. Limit the noise. Unfollow accounts that do not bring you value. Turn off notifications that distract you. Practice leaving your phone in another room for 1 hour every day. Let your mind breathe. You only get one brain. Protect it with your life. Do not let random content live in your head for free. Because memory is not just about learning. It is about making space for what matters. Now, we have traveled a long way together. You now know the 12 keys to building an unforgettable mind. These are not just quick tips. These are real, life-changing tools for your brain. But I must remind you of one important thing. Knowing these steps is not enough. You cannot just watch this video and walk away. You must live these habits. You must practice them every single day. You must choose to pay attention. You must choose to turn words into pictures. You must choose to build crazy stories. You must repeat with feeling and teach what you learn. You must build your mind palace and protect your brain from the noise. Every single day, you make a choice. Do you write down your thoughts? Do you review before you sleep? Do you test yourself in the quiet? If you say yes, then you are ready. You are no longer someone who forgets. You are someone who remembers what truly matters. And remember, this journey has also been a great gift for your English. Every word you heard, every sentence you followed, has made you stronger. You have grown your listening skills. You have built your confidence. If you love this video, if you want to become smarter, stronger, and more fluent, then subscribe to my channel right now. On this channel, we do not just practice English. We build the very best version of ourselves. We build our minds, our lives, and our future. Your mind is ready. Your memory is strong. Go out there and make your life unforgettable.